cut these zip ties and get this truck off of here. Let her eat. All right, guys, it's Anthony here, Super Service. We got Ron's truck here. It is a 2006. Let's get some screen set up here. Just scroll down through our numbers here. 0.88 EBP volts, that's okay. Coolant's 48, oil is 44, so we got 4-degree variance in temperature, so it's kind of a lot. Kind of should be equal, but the oil holds heat better. There's 11.5 on the Ficum. We're showing 47 volts on it. You see that 47 right there? Let's kick it off and kick it back on. Chatter's still going. 47, dropped a hair. Oh, 46.5. Let's just go ahead and fire it and see what happens. Here we go. I mean, it's 46.5, so it dropped a little bit. I mean, problematic, I don't know. Check out this cylinder contribution. Actually seems pretty good, really does. And Ron actually is not in a ridiculously cold climate either. Cylinder 3, cylinder 5, those are the only low ones. Looks like cylinder 5 is the worst variance, but just barely by going to 2. That looks pretty freaking good right there. So fires up pretty good. Let's just go down through here. Still showing 47 on that Ficum. Oh, just idled up. That MGP PSI number that you see, manifold gauge pressure, that is your actual boost. The boost number minus the barometric pressure. Been mismatched, those are kind of a pain in the butt. That ABS module ever been changed, you're gonna have that number right there. So right front, exactly what he said. Now we got water and fuel just kick on too, so that's gonna come apart also. I hate doing a boost test on this because it makes me actually hold it to 1200 RPM. I don't really like that. See, it says started and hold it to 1200. Hit the button up here and increase VGT. And we should see that in the manifold pressure. There it goes. At 1200, it should say like 2 rather than that 0.4, 0.5. The problem is this freaking scanner does not automatically bump it to 1200 to run this test. That's pretty freaking idiotic. Showing 0.7. A better way to do this would be to go to VGT open and closed and do it like that rather than going the percentage points going up. That's a pain in the butt. If you go in here somewhere, there is a close the VGT, just open and closed, and it'll go all the way up and all the way down. So that's a much better setup. So since I did pull in here, we're gonna go ahead and go park the trailer and get the dually out of the way so we can get the freaking truck in the bay. Here we are, Ron's truck is in the bay. We're ready to go. Right now we are gonna jack it up and do a ball joint test. We run the risk of having, you know, a little bit of freaking tire wear because of the first initial drive. If we do the steering and the engine all at the same time. The engine is more important than the tires, is what I'm saying. That's why I mentioned to Ron that I would like to have 2 separate jobs. That allows me to drive the front end, get it all good. If there's anything that needs to be tweaked or adjusted, we can do that. And I don't have to worry about the engine. That was my thought process behind it. We just did Dan's truck up there. Spent $5 grand on those 19.5s with big freaking tires on it. I could not do the engine and the chassis. I mean, we could. In most places, you know, I get it. Yeah, we could take the whole truck apart and put it all the way back together. But if we don't need to, that's all I'm saying. I mean, you know, if a truck is broke down and he wants to go through and redo the whole frame and everything, do all of it, all of it, then fine, that's good. I mean, I guess it's leaking pretty bad. There's a lot of stuff wrong with it, but we can at least do the front end and run it down the road, make sure it's all good, make sure I don't have any concerns. When we get a cab down and it's a fresh engine fire up, and I don't care about nothing else. All I care about is the engine. We better have everything else done, or just tear it the hell apart. I think 150 miles on it since the cab was off. They studded it in chassis. Up and down a little bit. It's hard to tell, but if you can see if this one is moving independent of this one, they should move as one unit, not a little bit of play. The up and down does not cause it to fail inspection, oddly enough. Or, well, a certain amount, there's a measurement. It's got a little up and down, but no real side to side. It looks like it's going with it, so you can make your own mind up on that one. I'd probably just gonna have a new one on it. The boot's all. I mean, we take it off and put a boot on it, but we still have the play in the socket, so it's got a little wear to it. Let's look at this one while we're here. The boot's all cracked on this one, so You know, at that point, by the time, when the boots crack all the way out, you could probably just count that it's done. Even though this one is actually tight. Under the boot is the tie rod, above the boot's the knuckle. Okay, so that one looks like it's good, but the boot's cracked. Now let's look at track bar again, really close. We don't want anything inside of that cracked area in the middle of the screen to be moving. Go for it. Oh yeah, it moves like a son of a gun. Yeah, you can see it. Right there. Right in the shadow. See it moving? Right there at the pointer. Okay, so the track bar bushing needs done. I've pressed bushings in before, but most, I don't know. Supposedly it's frowned upon because, yeah, I mean, but I've also had replacement ones that have a bushing already in it from the factory be loose too. All right, go. We're checking ball joint, track bar ball joint. A little bit up and down. Can't tell if it's ringing side to side or not. Let me look at it with my own eyes. I mean, it might just be a little bit of up and down. You can see her moving this one right here. You can hear it moving. Okay, so that's negotiable right there. But we look at the fact of the matter that the boot is cracked on there also. So when we come to cracked boots, I mean, what do you want to do? Try to replace the boot, leave the ball joint, or just replace it. Okay, let's come to this side now. A little more. Oh yeah, that one moves a lot. That bottom one is trashed. Now the top one, yeah, no way. No. Yeah, that looks like it's got side to side too. You see it down here moving, independent of up here. I mean, they all got cracked boots. That one's got some play, a little bit of up and down. It seems pretty good side to side. This one is shot. This one is side to side and up and down. It's got all kinds of play. That one appears to only have up and down play. Boots are cracked though. That one over there appears to be okay. That one seems pretty good with a cracked boot. That one's a cracked boot with a little up and down play, but no side to side. The bottom one here has got massive all kinds of play. That one definitely needs to go. The top one just has a little up and down, and they all have cracked boots. So go ahead and jack up one side at a time for ball joint test. Keep that other side. Oh, bottom ball joint shot. Go for it. Done. Trash. Upper one is too. Oh, come on. Hang on. Let me zoom it. Yep. Okay, so passenger side, complete rebuild. Not sure about the only grease zerks factory on the entire pickup truck right here. These are factory. And I'm not sure how well they turn. A lot of times you can just spin it like that and see if they're any good. But if we're doing ball joints on this side of, you know, we could very easily go and refresh that or put some grease in it. We'll feel it, be real picky on it because we're gonna take this axle out. So this front axle is coming out of the truck. So that U-joint will be somewhat exposed. So we'll check that better later because it is already gonna be coming off. So, you know, heck with it. Let's go to the other side now and check it because this pretty much failed everything. All right, let's go to the other side. Oh, we got it off the ground. They're all shot. Do it again up here.
I can see it out here.
Okay, so that pretty much totals that. All right, so it needs all 4 ball joints. So that's I mean, honestly, you'll see how we do it. That's a fairly big job. That's, I mean, it's not if you want to just blow and go and shove the ball joints in and do it, but we like to clean and everything. all the ball joints and all the steering. Getting lucky didn't happen today. That's from the TT guy. There's a guy on YouTube, and it was just genius.